The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
And that's why I'm banned from Florida. Welcome to another episode of the Drunk Texting Podcast, the podcast where we have some drink, talk some mess, and, well, have a good time as best we can. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Before we get into it, we got to do it. We do it every single time. Always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. Sometimes drink and text. With that being said, I am their host, JB. I am joined as always by my co-hostess with the mostest. Please tell the people who you are.
Who am I? Great question. Thank you. I am the adjective of the day. Fantabulous.
Fantabulous.
Fantabulous. Co-host, Kristal.
Alrighty. The fantabulous co-host. Before we get into today's episode, I'll let you guys know what we are drinking. I am drinking, no sponsorships here, but it is Parmesan and Sprite.
All right. We love to see you.
It's simple, kind of sweet, because it's Parmesan peach, and it gets the job done. It's simple, sweet, and it's don't got too much kick in it.
See, I got my own personal history with Parmesan. Something good on that.
What don't you have? First, you don't drink tequila. Then you're not drinking Henny. Then, Fireball, I can understand. But, it seems like you got a vendetta against, all these different alcohol. Won't take shots of tequila. That's, how you supposed to hang with us? We supposed to be able to, we supposed to be able to all go on,
we can hang and whatnot, but I'm not taking shots of tequila.
We supposed to all be able to,
well, if I do, I'm not taking a whole bunch of them.
Us and our significant others, we supposed to, be able to go and have, we supposed to go on a cruise together. How we supposed to be able to go shots for shots if y'all not doing tequila?
I'm just not doing shots for shots of tequila.
That's terrible.
We doing anything else, just not tequila.
That's terrible.
Not terrible.
That's terrible. But what are you drinking on today?
Something not terrible. Rum and a flavored water.
Oh, flavored water.
Exactly, flavored water for fantabulous people.
You gotta get the hand.
The hand.
The hand motion. Oh.
Listen, I don't have my nails on, so I can't be as fabulous as I want. We're talking my nails. Ooh, it's a wrap.
Lord have mercy.
I'm going to be everywhere.
Anyway, we're going to get in today's episode. We're going to start it with the question of the week. This question of the week comes to us straight from Reddit, not our Reddit, but a Reddit. What is the worst secondhand embarrassment you've ever felt? Now, I want to give you some preface when I say that I read through this, and there was one that I hope I can still get to, that I could only say that if I ever were to have experienced this, I would lose my mind. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well,
I would just straight up. Let's see if I can find it. I guess I'll just go down the. I'll just go down the thread, and we'll get to it if we get to it.
Right. Well,
first, we were at an all-inclusive resort in Jamaica. Every night they had this common area where folk could do karaoke. A middle-aged gentleman got up and started the first few lines of Lionel Richie's "Easy." Some random lady from the audience ran up and attempted to sing the song with the gentleman. He kindly pushed her away 2 or 3 times as she tried to sing over his shoulder into the microphone. Finally, she just stood there, dejected, swaying from side to side like an idiot. As the man broke from his song and professed his love for his girlfriend and wrapped up the marriage proposal. They hugged, they kissed, the idiot girl went back to her seat. I will still never understand why the guy chose that song to use to propose. However, he was killing the vocals.
Wait. So you gonna propose at a karaoke spot?
I mean, I'm not saying I would have proposed at a karaoke bar, But I'm also saying like I could think of worse places to
Yeah,
propose.
but there are also so many better places. I'd rather you propose at McDonald's. Actually, don't propose in McDonald's.
No, I would propose at a McDonald's now. In fact, that's the advice from Kristal today. Propose at a
I've seen
McDonald's.
a video of someone getting proposed in a McDonald's. Like they were both like workers.
See, if the story fits for y'all to be in a McDonald's, let's say y'all met, y'all, come on, okay, whatever.
If you want to, all right, think about that. If you had to propose in the place you met, how fucked are you? Where you at?
I mean, I don't know, because I don't know where technically.
First time face to face where y'all saw.
It wasn't in the Rue 21. It wasn't, because remember, they never said anything to me. It was just you.
Right.
Then it wasn't time. It wasn't that time where I was at Walmart and she was with her man at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't then either.
Then you don't even know.
I actually think the first time we ever actually face to face ever said anything to each other was when she claimed that she was going to come over to fight me, and
that's hilarious.
Then she just came over and was just like, "You ain't doing nothing." I was like, "You ain't doing nothing. What's up?" And then I ended up having to go grocery shopping with one of my friends.
What a great first encounter!
It was. I mean, we had been snapping each other by like 2 months by that point.
I mean, well, that's where you gotta undo everything, go back
and propose there. No, I'm not undoing anything.
Yeah, you gotta redo everything all over again.
I mean, I don't live in that apartment anymore.
Break in.
Well, I'm not breaking into an apartment to propose.
Why not?
I'm not about to commit a felony.
It might be empty.
No,
it might be empty.
I'm sure it probably is.
Okay, then. So break in.
I went to visit one of my friends who, funny enough, ended up in the same apartment that I used to live in. That room was a freaking mess. It was a pigsty. The floors were freaking spotted. The ceiling had mold all over it. It was terrible.
That's gross.
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
That's unfortunate, really.
It was very unfortunate.
Damn, that's a bad place to propose.
Where would you be if you had to get proposed to the first where y'all met?
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden? Were you working at an Olive Garden? This was like first date?
Yeah. That was our first date with Olive Garden.
And that was the first time y'all had met face to face?
A year ago today, actually.
Congratulations! Oh my goodness. The day of our recording.
I know, right? How fun.
Congratulations.
Oh, literally today.
Wow, look there.
To the day. Yeah, I've been at Olive Garden and I would be an hour and a half late.
Hashtag late to the date.
Oh,
that is going to be our hashtag for the day. Hashtag late to the date. That is our hashtag to confuse the casuals. Hashtag late to the date.
I love that. That's kind of on brand for me. I'm not gonna lie. Hashtag late to the date.
We're going to continue down this rabbit hole right here.
This ain't worked out for me.
Worst secondhand embarrassment you've ever felt. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Was going down an escalator at the Mall of Georgia when the 90-something-year-old guy in front of me very suddenly shit his pants. We were about 500 feet from a bathroom, and he was wearing shorts. I felt so bad for him. My dad gave him his hoodie to wrap around his waist. I was very proud he was my dad in that moment, and still am. I don't want to laugh.
I'm going to laugh. I don't care.
I'm not laughing.
90.
No, I just...
90 years old on an escalator.
I know for a fact, because I've been around in other instances where somebody shit their pants on accident. I know the embarrassment.
Were they old?
And see, that's why it wouldn't even be that embarrassing for me. I wouldn't get secondhand embarrassment if they were old. But the fact that they were like, I want to say they were a couple years older than me at the time. And just something that they ate didn't agree with them. They didn't realize, and they didn't get to a bathroom in time. And just the look of just sheer like the sheer just like embarrassment and sadness that crossed their face.
They wanted to disappear in that very moment. I know they did.
Absolutely. And so that's why I'm like, if it was like a 90-something-year-old, like he's older, it's harder for him to control his bowel. I wouldn't have secondhand embarrassment for that.
Wear a diaper.
I'm not wearing a diaper.
Why not? I'm 90.
No.
I don't care about anything.
Oh no.
I'm waiting
No.
to go. And
Ain't no
I'm
way.
putting a diaper on. Who's gonna tell me no?
Ain't no way.
At 90, who's gonna tell me I can't wear a diaper at 90? Be lucky I'm walking at 90. Let me have my diaper.
I remember seeing this one. I am so sorry, but this ain't the one that I remember saying earlier. But this is one
But it
that,
better be
oh my God.
Read it.
A colleague of mine put in his 2 weeks. For context, he's a barely attractive man. Well, this woman from HR of all places comes by his cubicle to wish him well. Anyway, she basically gives him a lap dance right there in front of the whole office.
Since you're in I'm going to HR. That is HR. Who do you go to?
What do you do in that moment? Because it's like, one, like you said, that is HR. So
Right.
there ain't nowhere to go. Two, you're already on your way out the door anyway. So it's like, are they really going to try to follow it up?
It's a 2 week. Yeah, it's like, yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead and take that 2 week back. You got a 2 minute. Go ahead and pack yourself. You're gone.
Right.
That's really. Imagine she finished the dance and went back to her desk. Okay, I'm going to file this report. Got it. Who did it? I did it.
I would not know how to feel, especially if I was like the cubicle right next to his. I'd be like, no, good and doggone well.
Now my question is, did she have music? Or is she giving a lap dance in silence in the office?
Nah, you probably had like Genuine or something.
She ain't had no Genuine. She probably put a random song off Spotify. It was like, all right, I got this. Oh, Baby Shark.
My cherry pie.
Yeah. She pulled out cherry. She waited for that very moment. She knew what was going to happen.
She was waiting.
She was waiting.
She was waiting.
You don't just spontaneously do a lap dance. No, she was waiting.
Oh,
she probably ate that up.
I found it. I found it.
Share with the class.
Funny you say that. Had a guy walk into class in college late. It was an auditorium seating, and the only open spaces were on the fourth row in the middle. About 25 rows in total, and about 50 seats per row. This guy walks in and sits down. 15 minutes into lecture, he opens his laptop, which as soon as the light boots up, starts blaring porn, and at the build-up to the big finale to boot. He couldn't log in fast enough or mute it since it wasn't logged in. So he slammed it shut, put it in his bag, and walked out with it still blaring at full volume. We heard it finally stop as he was about to leave the building.
I knew that's where it was going to go. So you said laptop. I was like, he was watching porn.
Like,
it still kept playing as he was walking out for me.
But like, who's doing it? Like, who's watching it on their laptops anymore? Is my question.
I don't know. Some people like to watch on their laptop. They want the bigger screen.
I understand. You're using it for like the moment, like you're with your significant other.
But here's my
thing. Like,
you don't close it out once you finish.
And that's the biggest thing.
Once you finish, exit, delete your history, close it down, clear it out.
Boy, what?
You left it open.
You left it open. Like, did you just that leads me to think that he got done, cleaned up, and just closed it.
He was so ashamed. He just went boom.
I mean, that post-nut clarity, it hit you.
Still, you would think the clarity, like, oh my God, I'm so disgusting. Let me clean this up. You just went boom, and didn't think back to it.
Didn't think back to it at all. Like, there's a step process that you have to go through, and I feel like he didn't do any.
I feel like your first step should be to close the thing down.
No, absolutely not. You clean up first. You fucking clean up first.
And next step, close your window.
Yes. It's like you knock a glass off the counter and it breaks. First thing, you clean up whatever was in the glass. Second step,
clean the glass.
You get the broom or whatever, you clean up the glass. Like, there's steps to it. You don't immediately just be like, oh, I gotta pick up all this glass.
So again, like, sir, he dropped the ball on every occasion.
Bottom Bottom line, yes, he dropped the ball on every occasion. God Almighty, why did you say it like that?
What else can you say to that besides you dropped the ball? Like, I'm sorry. Close your laptops when you finish your personal time, people. That's all I can say. Enjoy your time, but make sure you get rid of the evidence.
Alrighty, I think this will be the last one.
All right.
When a colleague accidentally unmuted himself in a meeting and said something snarky about someone on the call, that particular call was being recorded too. Not me directly, but I had a colleague tell me he'd been moderating a work-related town hall meeting on Teams, and the meeting was being recorded for publishing on the website. Some poor sod didn't realize his camera was on and took his laptop into the bathroom with him to continue listening while he took a dump. Since most people had their cameras off, his video popped up beside the presenters on Teams. Needless to say, the recording was quietly lost.
As it should be.
Both sides of that.
I quit.
Both sides of that story.
I would quit.
I'd quit for the first one for the snarky comment, and then I'd quit if I took my laptop thinking that my camera was off.
Yeah.
And I look at the screen and I'm just looking back at myself on the toilet.
I cry. No, that happened once. Not that the first one happened before. I was in a meeting.
And somebody accidentally unmuted and said something crazy.
I don't know if she was ever muted, but she had said she was asking some question, but before she muted herself, she showed like, this some bullshit. Before the end of the meeting.
I would just pass away.
And she meant that with her whole chest.
I know she did.
Because I heard, we were like, girl. And she was a new hire.
Oh, no.
She was a new hire.
You ain't even passed your 90 days.
Sis, you're in orientation, sis.
Oh, no.
If she kept working after that, I don't know.
That's tragic.
I didn't care.
Because
I felt the same, but I didn't say it out loud.
That is a tragedy.
It is, but that's the decision she made. And I love that for her.
Have you ever had any embarrassing, secondhand embarrassment moments?
Yeah. I just remembered it as you were reading. I was like, what secondhand embarrassment? I was at church.
Oh, no.
And
not in God's holy.
No, it was kind of funny. Like, I was really trying to not die laughing when I seen it. I'm sitting off to the side, and there's a lady, like, a couple rows ahead of me, like, kind of off to the side. So I have a clear view. And I look on the floor, and I see, like, some black stuff on the floor. I'm like, what is that? And my sister's sitting beside me. She's like, look. I'm like, so we're both just looking. The lady gets up to, like, clap with her. She sits back down, and there's more stuff on the ground. We're just like, what's happening? The heel of her shoe is disintegrating. It's slowly disintegrating into the church, and we have carpet. So in the church carpet is a black, just slowly building a pile of black dust because your shoe is literally disintegrating under your foot.
Oh, no.
And it's happening to just one shoe. So we're just sitting here dying laughing, like her shoe is literally like evaporating. And no one says a thing. Everybody sees it happening. No one says a thing.
Not the shoe going on up to glory. Oh, no.
And when she finally noticed, she was like, oh, my God. I'm just looking like, because she looked down and she looked up to see like if anybody on our side saw her. She saw me. I was like,
oh, no. Oh, Lord.
She was it was an older lady too.
Oh, Lord.
So, ma'am, you've had those shoes since Jesus walked on the earth. I've never seen a shoe disintegrate in real time. And yours is crumbling in the house of the Lord.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, after church, you had to sweep that up.
That shoe said, I'm going up yonder.
And that shoe went yonder in the carpets. She had to sweep it and vacuum it to get it up.
Oh, no.
I would cry if my shoe did that. Because now you have one shoe. You got to throw the other one away by default. But that was like, that's too funny to me.
I got one too. It's a secondhand embarrassment. And I felt, and funny enough, it was one of the first times I've ever felt embarrassed for a woman in a relationship.
Oh.
So I've made it very apparent on this podcast. I'm a wrestler. Before I started wrestling, I was a referee. I was given the honor of being able to referee for a show down in Florida. It was right off the beach. I can't remember what the beach name was. It was literally, the venue was 5 minutes from the beach, if even that. Like I could literally stand on the beach and see our venue, and vice versa. So he told the guy running the show, told us, he's like, hey, if you want, you guys can get here early, go down to the beach, have some good time. I'm not going to stress if you're a few minutes late. Cool. I purposefully go down where I have like, I want to say 2 hours, 2.5 hours of time. I like purposefully.
Right.
So I go on down to the beach. I'm enjoying the beach, the sand, the sunlight. I'm having a good time.
Just living it up.
Off a little ways, I want to say probably 10, 15 yards. There's a couple, the guy and the girl, they're chilling. The guy is leaning back, he's on his phone, the girl has her book. Probably another 5 yards from her, there are two guys. They're playing with a football. They're throwing it back and forth. They're having a good time. They go up the beach, down the beach. They go further out, they come further back in. Right. The guy on the far end throws it. The guy, I guess he overthrows it. He can't reach. So it flies over his hands, lands down, boom, hits up some sand, knocks some sand onto the girlfriend. Oh, yeah, it was bad.
Oh.
She, of course, she's like, oh man. But she's not upset. She's not like, oh, no. The boyfriend ain't like that. He said, oh, no, what the going on here? Y'all got to. So, first guy runs over, the closest one to them runs over, grabs the football. He's like, hey, man, my bad. He overthrew it. He didn't mean to do that. Right. Our bad. We're going to move from now. We're going to move. Right. Dude was like, nah, man, y'all been doing this the whole time that we've been out here. Y'all didn't get it. Like, he's getting more mad with each passing second. So, football guy's buddy sees what's going on, sees that buddy's getting mad. So, he comes over to, he starts apologizing. Bro, my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to throw it that hard. We saw y'all. We weren't trying to cause a problem. Blah, blah, blah. Boyfriend still ain't having it. So he's like getting in his face. The dude's like, bro, we're trying to tell you we're sorry. We're about to leave. We're good. Right. Pushes dude with the football. He pushes him. Dude with the football tumbles back. He rolls. He rolls into it. So he rolls, gets back up. Before he even hits the ground, though, his friend, I'm talking one to the chest.
Oh, one and done. That's crazy.
I have never seen in person somebody drop as fast as he did. Boy, he went, bam, drop. Now, both of them are
tagging on.
Bro. And they, for all of maybe a good 30 seconds, the girlfriend didn't do shit. She literally was just sitting there like, I told you it was fine.
Right, you should have sat here.
So, I don't know if you know this, or our studio audience might. You know that Justice League clip of Green Lantern going up to, I think it's Darkseid. And he like hits him and Darkseid like smacks him and he goes into the tree, hits the building, flops down, and then the two things, that's basically that is essentially what happened to him when he hits the ground. So they walk off. He finally like collects himself enough to be able to get up. He just like sits back down on the towel next to her. And he was kind of looking at her like, why didn't you do nothing? And she's refusing to look at him. She's back in her book. And she's just like, this is what I tried to tell you. Right, like, it was okay. It was fine. Just dust a little bit of sand off my feet. We're at the beach. But I saw the look on her face. That man
thought he was a beach bully and tried it so hard.
I've never seen it, bro. First off, it happened so quick. I almost didn't realize what had happened. Like, it went push, punch, drop. Dude rolls through, and then they're both just
tag.
And I'm like, bro, what? How did we get here? Because they apologized. I heard them apologize.
He said they ain't been none this on site, and you got dropped for it.
Bro, I was so embarrassed for
her. See, that was me. I had my book. Now what we learned. Not what we learned.
Not what we learned.
Not what we learned.
What is with you? And now we learn? And what did we learn? What is with you with that? Like you.
What else can you say? Not what we learned.
You have like. Why do you insist on making people learn things?
Because I love to learn.
Okay, but
so
let's break that down.
Stop.
Just because you love to learn, why are you forcing your own?
Because other people need to learn too.
Do they need to, or
yes.
would you just like them to learn?
They need to learn. Everybody needs to learn. Learn at least one thing a day, and your life will be better.
See, I understand where you're coming from, but see, we have to break down this controlling narrative that you have. That you need things from other people.
I just need them to learn and not make stupid mistakes. That's what I need them to do. I need you to learn and be better and do better.
A tragedy.
It's called self-improvement. As they said in Insecure, growth.
Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to call it?
Growth.
All right. So I have a would you rather of the week.
Okay.
Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse, meaning like the Walking Dead zombies? So they don't move very fast. They just kind of hobble around, but there's a whole bunch of like, they're literally like, I want to say maybe 70-75% of the human population is zombies.
Crazy.
Or a robot apocalypse. So iRobot, they start off kind of like AI is now. They put in the robots decide, we don't need humanity, and they try to wipe us out. Which would you rather have to deal with?
I feel like this is a very easy question.
You think so?
I feel like it is.
What do you?
I feel like you know what I'm gonna say. I'm going with the zombie apocalypse.
I figured.
I'd rather have a zombie apocalypse. I'm not. How am I gonna stop a robot?
I mean, if it's just
where am I gonna go where the robot can't hit me?
If it's just a regular bodied robot, if it ain't one of those freaking armored tanks.
But what if it is? Then what am I do? Then I'm fucked.
I mean,
yeah. Zombie apocalypse. Here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm going downtown. Yeah. And I'm gonna go in one of them super tall ass skyscraper buildings, and I'm setting up camp in there. I'm gonna find people like, hey, your job, hit one of them grocery stores, take everything. You set up a grocery store on 23rd floor. You go get supplies, set up nurse station, doctor's office on this floor. We finna have a whole community in this skyscraper. Y'all are defense on the bottom floor. Zombies come, if they get in here, it's their fault.
So what you gonna do when they base jump from another skyscraper and then bust into one of the windows?
That's why we have security on every floor. You're gonna bar the windows.
Then what you gonna do if they get to the top of the building and then break down the door?
How do we get up there?
Because they're gonna base jump from another skyscraper.
You know how far apart them buildings are downtown? They gotta be like Superman or
they have parachutes.
I don't think that would help if I'm in the tallest one. A parachute's not gonna help you if I'm in the tallest one. Parachutes go down.
Then they're gonna get one of those like ATV 4-wheeler and they're gonna drive it.
Where are they gonna get that from?
They just gonna have it. Just like how you have access to like grocery stores to be able to.
They're not getting in.
And why would you establish a grocery store in the?
You want us to starve?
I'm not saying starve, but why would you establish a grocery store? With what money are y'all gonna be paying?
There's no money, bro. It's a barter system.
Why are you gonna make people barter for stuff?
You can get out.
See, that's the point right there. That's the problem right there.
Y'all can get out. This is my village building. You can leave.
And you know what I would do as I'm leaving? I'm leaving the door wide open.
Then I'm fighting the security because your job is to make sure no one gets in. That is your job. Your job is security. Like military, your job is down there protecting the building. If zombies get in, you're fucked. You're fired. You're thrown over the fence.
First off, if they get in, it's probably because the security is dead anyway. So
crazy. We're gonna have like key cards to get in.
I think we should talk about how you continue to move the goalposts whenever you are presented with a question.
It's called creativity and imagination.
Oh, is that what it's
called?
Thinking
on your toes.
Is that what it's called?
It's called thinking on your toes. You have to have your next step ready. And I'm sick of both of you because I can see you at my peripheral.
For everyone listening and watching, the studio audience is now participating with the, as we're now calling them, the therapy hands.
It's worse for him. It's worse for him. I hate it. Don't do that. Anyway, anywho. Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, especially if it was Walking Dead zombies. I think I'd survive longer. Walking Dead zombie apocalypse. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this. I've said it to my wife before. I would not bring her with me.
Wow.
I love her to death. If she can,
controversial.
Hold on. If she makes it with me, then all well and good. But if let's say we're out and about somewhere, let's say I'm at work one day and we get the news, oh, the zombie apocalypse is starting, the virus is turning people into zombies, and I get to my car and I make it here and I have no signs that she's here, I have no signs that she's survived any of that, I'm not about to go find her. I'm going to go make sure I'm good. I'm gonna hit up her phone. I'm gonna be like, hey, I don't know if you still got your phone or not. If you do, we gonna meet at this place at this time. Yes or no? What's up? Da da da. But I'm not about to sit here and I'm about to waste the potential of me surviving for her. If she, especially, I know she probably wouldn't survive.
In your wedding vows, does it not say for better or for worse?
It does. However, if she's already dead, then there's nothing for better or for worse. Then that's why I'm gonna hit her up on the phone and be like, "Where you at?"
What if she dropped her phone?
Well then,
trying to run.
Well then, she SOL. If I just so happen to see her on the side of the road,
that's not for better or for worse.
You've
left her. You've left your wife, the love of your life, your soulmate, your partner forever and ever.
I do. Now, what I'm saying is, if I come here, the door is wide open, her car isn't here, I see her phone on the ground broken, I'm going to go look for her, clearly. But I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, I'm going to purposefully make sure that she's safe and always safe. No, because the simple as the fact of the matter is, without me, she's not surviving a zombie apocalypse.
It's your job to make sure she's safe. That's your wife.
I'm going to go looking for her. But again, if I don't find her, I gotta see
how hard you finna look.
Hard enough to find her, because I know that one.
Okay, then, so you don't stop until you find her, and then y'all go away safely together.
I most definitely would. You want to know why I would stop before I found her? Because I need sleep. Because I need food. Because if I ain't got no sleep, I'm not going to be able to find her. If I ain't got no food in my stomach, I'm not going to be able to find her.
Okay, you know what? When that happens, and you don't find her, and she's still alive, when she's find you, she's going to kill you because you left her for dead. And then it was all for nothing.
I mean, then she'll end up surviving all of 3 days because she killed the one person that could help her and make sure that she survives.
You're like, she's going to find somebody that's going to make her survive.
Nah.
People are resourceful.
You have actual proof from 4 years ago that tells you that no, they are not. So don't even lie to us like that.
I have faith in her that she will find a way to survive.
Listen, I've had multiple apocalypse dreams where we've all ended up dying because she wouldn't listen and she wouldn't do as I told her to do, and we've all ended up dying because of it.
In her defense.
Why are you trying to defend Dream her right now?
Because it's what we... In her defense.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, in her defense.
We are stubborn people.
Yes, y'all are.
Not we as in friends, we as in our sign. Are stubborn. We're kind of a stubborn sign.
Yes, y'all are.
Yeah, we're stubborn signs. We don't like listening to people.
We're going to find a way to get bullies.
We're not bullies.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
We're literally not bullies.
You're a bully. You literally bully the studio audience on a weekly basis.
Okay. And he's a part of the same category of sign. He's not that sign, but he's in the same category of sign.
So just because he's in the same category.
Stubborn too.
You bully him.
I
all
do
the time.
not. No,
Yes, you
we're
do.
not bullies.
We literally have audio and some video evidence that
Where is
says on our YouTube
I don't
and
know.
our Spotify and our TikTok.
There's
Now,
no proof.
what?
No proof.
You're gonna make me pull it up. You're gonna make
There's
me pull
no.
up.
Listen,
You're
there's
gonna-
no bullying going on here. This is a no bullying zone. This
Is it
is
really?
a judgment-free environment.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive it's a bully-free
Are you
environment.
sure about that?
Yes, there's no bullying going on here.
Are you sure about that?
Anyway, not stubborn. We will survive zombie apocalypse.
I guess.
What's her name? Gloria, whatever. I will survive. That song.
Oh my gosh, this episode is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be great.
Alrighty, so next up next. Actually, before we get into next up next,
Next.
you guys out there with the hashtag of late to the date, also tell us, which would you rather be a part of? Would you rather have to try to live and survive in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse? I say zombie.
I say zombie.
Our studio audience, I'm pretty sure, says zombie. Yeah. Says zombie.
As logical people.
So, you know.
But if you say robot, I want to know why.
Oh, absolutely.
Why you think you can survive?
If you think that you would survive a robot apocalypse, especially if knowing that, you know, oh, they're weak to electricity, you throw water on them so they actually like upgrade themselves to not be weak to those things. You know, how are we supposed to fight that? How are you supposed to fight
I'm
that?
an engineer, like, oh, I can make a ray gun and stop them.
Right.
Like, okay.
Alrighty.
What's next?
Next is our anime discussion of the week.
Woo.
I thought about this. Now, I thought about this subject for our anime discussion of the week because I one of my coworkers told me about her getting her boyfriend into anime. Mm-hmm. And she started him off. He's now watching My Happy Marriage.
Okay.
That's his starter. Apparently he really likes it. He enjoys it. Like, he's to the point to where if he gets up from watching it, he's pausing it. Like, that kind of, and you know what? I feel that. That's a vibe. Yeah. I would do the same. And it made me realize this. Once she told me this, especially because she told me that they're watching it on Netflix. Because I think that's where it's on.
I think it is Netflix.
Once she told me that, I was like, you know, and I'm not necessarily saying this in a bad way, but people getting into anime now, or people who want to watch anime now that, you know, is becoming more pop culture, people know it more than not, they have it so easy now. And you're laughing. I'm saying that because it's like, you know, when we were growing up, we had to try to catch it live as it came on TV, or, you know, stay up to the middle of the night over the weekend to watch like a single episode of Bleach. Like, we didn't have these things. We didn't have the luxury of being able to pull up a streaming service and watch it. We had to worry about, oh, let's see if I can find it on YouTube in 6 parts at 280 resolution. It was so blurry for no reason. And it makes no sense to me why it was like that. And, you know, not to say that's a bad thing. I'm happy that people are getting into anime. I'm happy that I have more people that I can talk to about why My Hero at one point was considered the big 3 of the new gen, but it's now kind of like,
it fell back.
It fell by the wayside. And I'll be honest with that. I feel like the reason it fell by the wayside so badly is because the fan base is terrible. It's
100% the fan base.
And nobody wants to be around the fan base.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm part of the fan base, but I'm not like them.
Oh, dude. No. What? I don't even tell people. I honestly don't even tell people that I read the manga or like that I watch the anime anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to be around people like that. I don't want to be around certain like,
you don't want to be associated with that, because the My Hero fandom specifically has a stigma about them.
Oh, yes. So. And it sucks because I never thought I'd see the day where the My Hero fandom would actually take the mantle of most annoying fan outside of but can they beat Goku fans? I never thought, because the can I beat Goku people
are
the at one point the most annoying. They were the worst anime fans, and then we got My Hero fans, and it was like
doing entirely too much
I'd
on
rather
every form.
I would much rather just deal with people that say that Goku can beat anybody.
Right.
I much rather would, because at the end of the day, at least they're just going to be like, they can't beat Goku. Goku had the power. All right, you know what? That's fine. Sure. That's your belief. Cool.
Right.
I don't want to sit here and have some no bathing, been at the convention every day, ain't took a bath since before he even got on the flight to come out here, telling me that my costume is terrible and I shouldn't be trying to cosplay because I didn't have the proper green.
Right. It's whatever. Not accurate to the actual show.
Right.
You're missing this from season 4. Like, what? I like this version. Let me be great.
Literally. It's so funny though. I had somebody try to like argue me down online about it was the I don't know how caught up you are in My Hero.
I'm pretty good. I just haven't watched starting the new season, but I'm caught
up. So it was the Dobby, the whole Dobby thing,
right?
With the bleach and everything.
Yeah, just like if you haven't caught up, there's.
Well, I didn't say anything about what. But I didn't say anything about what
happening with Dobby.
Yeah. The whole thing with Dobby.
Now, I flipped with that a little bit.
So before I watched it, I read it. Before it actually became animated, I read it.
Same.
And I was arguing people online because people were like, "No, there's no way that he could be because there's this and there's that and I'm this," and I'm like, well, first off, if you pay attention to everything that they've done and shown, it makes it pretty obvious. And secondly,
it's clear. You can look and piece some things together.
And secondly, I read the source material, motherfucker. What are you trying to tell me?
It's from the source itself.
Like I literally, exactly. Like I'm literally reading the source material, so I know for a fact that this is what's going on.
Right.
And they were like, "Well, it's still not what it's going to be. It's still not what the anime." And I said,
"Like the anime is
okay
from the
okay."
Literally,
I was like, I don't understand because this is. I think My Hero is so far been like the closest. I want to say one of the closest 1-to-1 for like what the manga shows, what we do in the anime. I think
they do pretty good with keeping it like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do really good. I give it that. They do really good.
Speaking of, I should read Solo Leveling.
I just thought they had a game.
Yeah, I saw.
They had a game and had a competition where you could have possibly won $20,000. I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. I read that literally yesterday. I read it yesterday. The competition ended Friday. Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think these folks out here are having a great time. I'm glad, that people are getting into anime. I'm glad people are giving anime a chance because, God Almighty, I remember my time. The folks just was not having it. They were just not having it. And I'll admit, I was also that weird kid that I didn't do it every single day. I didn't do it every single day. I didn't do it every single day, and it wasn't through the halls. It wasn't through the halls actually. It's because my junior high school had like this big open area that they eventually would put like stone tables out there for people to eat lunch, but it was just this huge open area. So basically between my class and lunch, I could run across that area, and I didn't I didn't do it every day. I didn't do it every single day, but I did do it from time to time.
I went to high school with a kid who Naruto ran from class to lunchroom. Like you would see him, and everybody just like kind of part the way because like he's not gonna stop.
You're right.
So we just like have it, kid. It's not even a good lunch today, so I don't know why you're running. It's not Chicken Strip Friday. Like, relax. I think they're having, like, chicken tetrazzini. Huh. Which bus?
Wait, y'all chicken strips was on Friday?
Yeah, we had chicken strips on Fridays.
Ours was on Thursdays. That's crazy.
Ghetto. No, we had chicken strips on Fridays. You get the chicken strips, you get your hot sauce, get you some ranch, a roll, some mashed potatoes.
See that's how you know. You said ranch. That's ghetto. We got honey mustard with ours. We actually got good shit.
Well, we did have honey mustard, the little cups. But they also had a big ball of ranch that you just...
That's ghetto.
Eventually they took it away though because people were getting like excessive. They took away that and the bottle of hot sauce.
I believe it.
But like, It was only on Fridays. And then if you had third lunch, the last lunch of the day, and they had extras, they're just coming out with a big tray of chicken tenders. The lunch ladies are getting swarmed the last 5 minutes of lunch because everybody's coming to steal the chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's about right.
It was great though. But getting back on topic. I'm not gonna say I have nothing to say because I am part of the new ones who just got into anime as of maybe like 9 years ago. Because I started watching anime my freshman year of college.
Really?
I remember sitting in my ass bed.
Bro,
freshman
those
year.
beds were dangerous.
I was in Langdale. Tell me about it.
I really believe somebody probably sprained their ankle or some shit getting out of bed.
I swear my roommate fell out of bed, or either I fell out of bed. Like I did, I fell. That joint was high, like 5 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
But I remember I was sitting there. Roof is here. I'm sitting there with my little laptop, and the first one I ever watched was Black Butler.
Really?
Because every friend I talked to, they was like, "Oh, Chris, you should get anime. I think you like it." They all recommended for me Black Butler. Every single one said Black Butler, and I watched it. And I ended up loving it.
Nice.
I still haven't watched the new season, but I have. It's my OG, and I still love it.
There we go.
Love me, Sebastian. Man.
I remember my freshman year. We actually ended up getting. We ended up getting a lot of people in our freshman hall. We lived in Lowndes. We ended up
ghetto.
Anyway, we was lit. What year did you get in there?
I came 15.
You were in
15?
Yeah, see, yeah.
That was Southside.
It was Southside.
Ghetto.
No.
Y'all don't know Southside.
No.
Yes.
Lowndes Hall, especially fall 14, spring 15 was great. We were lit.
That was ghetto down there. Remember the nickname for Patterson? Yeah, ghetto.
Yeah.
Ghetto.
I mean, it couldn't be any worse than Langdale Bangdale. Yeah.
Listen, we were classy on the north side.
Oh, no. Don't you lie. Don't you lie. Don't you lie to these people.
You know what? I would rather live in Bangdale than pat that ass.
Whatever.
Listen, everybody wanted to live in Georgia, and we all know it.
I was down to live in Hopper. Like Hopper,
right? Georgia or Hopper?
Hopper or Centennial? Like,
oh, listen. As soon as they say I can get a Centennial, I popped in there.
Oh no, I remember I did Hopper. I did Hopper for 2 school years, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to an apartment. And it took. I'll admit it took my parents a little bit to convince them because they were the ones covering my rent. But.
Yeah, Centennial was close. Apartment adjacent.
Yeah. I went to the apartments right over there by the
interstate?
No, by the stadium. So by the UC, the one that's like right across the street from the UC.
Yeah.
So not Drexel, but the other side.
Yeah.
I was over there in that apartment complex.
Okay, that's not bad.
It was pretty good. I used to skateboard to school every day. It was fun. You had my little longboard. Oh yeah, that shit was fun.
But yeah. Yeah, so I was easily able to go and watch full episodes of Black Butler.
Exactly.
I forgot where I watched it at. It might have been either Crunchyroll or Funimation.
See?
I just sat and watched all the way through.
See?
Then going on from there, just whatever I wanted to watch. Crunchyroll, Funimation, the websites, like Kiss Anime, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was watching. So I'm part of that new generation. Like, if I want to watch, I can just go find it.
No, that's fair.
And I didn't want to watch. I don't go back and watch the old ones. So all the old ones, haven't seen them and will not. I will not.
You should.
I will not.
Studio audience, that is your job now to make sure she sees.
It won't happen.
Make sure she sees the older stuff.
No.
Hey!
It won't learn that.
Full circle.
No. Yeah. No, I'm not watching that.
So you earlier said that.
I said learn. I don't want to learn that.
Why are you so...
You can choose what you want to learn. You just got to learn something. and I'm choosing not to learn that.
Why are you so against choosing something that would be nice for you?
Why would it be nice for me if I'm not interested?
Why are you so against having an interest in this? You obviously have an interest in anime.
But if I don't
why
have
would
it, but you don't have to be interested in every anime.
you don't. But
Exactly.
why would you not go into seeing what are the things that inspired your favorite shows?
Because I don't care. I don't care. Not in the slightest.
Maybe we should break down these barriers.
Nah.
You see,
That's not your job. I don't pay you to do that. I pay someone to do that for me.
you need to pay her some more because she ain't doing.
She's doing a great job.
Is she?
I'll tell her tomorrow you said that. She's not going to be happy.
Look, oh, she's not gonna be happy that I'm trying to get her more money. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's not.
That's crazy.
She's not going to be happy.
And we can break those barriers down as well.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Watch anime how you want to watch. Watch your shonen.
I'm not saying
watch
you can't watch it how you want.
I can never remember
but
the other one.
it would also be great if you could see where the stuff that you enjoy now get their inspiration from. That's all I'm saying.
No. I'm good on that.
Thank you, studio audience.
Studio audience is about to be demoted.
How you gonna demote?
How do I demote the audience?
How you demote exactly? How do you demote audience?
Easily.
That's rude.
Demote the audience to overflow room.
Rude. All right, next. And last thing before we wrap up today, we have the Am I the Asshole? You said you wanted to read this one, didn't you?
I have it. Let me go back to my Reddit. Here we go. Am I the asshole for leaving my 15-year-old daughter on the bus? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I, 41 female, have a 15-year-old daughter. Let's call her Beth with my husband. On the weekends / after work during the week, primarily use public transportation. Most of the time, Beth rides with us on the bus. She refuses to sit next to us in normal teenage fashion and prefers to sit as far away from us as possible. She also has a bad habit of putting earphones in and zoning out, not paying attention to our bus stop, so my husband and I have to squeeze through the packed bus and get her attention so she gets off the bus with us. We've had talk with her about how dangerous it is to be completely unaware of your surroundings, especially on the public bus, and she refuses to pay attention to the bus stops or sit closer to us so she can easily get her attention. Additionally, she has been asking us for more freedom. She wants to spend a paycheck on her own bus pass, which we are seriously considering for certain bus routes at certain times, but we are hesitant due to the fact that she does not. I'm sorry, it's a grammatical error. I can't. She doesn't not pay attention, which could easily become a problem. That brings us to Saturday. When we got on the bus, Beth chose to sit in the very back, which I sat at the front. The bus was unusually empty that day, and I got an idea. The next bus stop was a stop in front of our house, and I exited the bus, but Beth did not. She wasn't paying any attention. Immediately after I booked it down the road to the next stop, the bus terminal, and met the bus there. I was prepared to board again to get her, but she exited. She was angry, saying that I had abandoned her on the bus and that she was terrified when she looked up and didn't see me there. I apologized for scaring her and explained how dangerous it is to not pay any attention to what's going on around you. I told my husband at home, and he agreed that it was a justified lesson to teach. When Beth went to her grandparents' house, my parents, and told them and a few of my sisters about the incident, called me an asshole. Our side, Beth wants her own city bus pass, but when we ride with her, we have issues getting her to pay attention and stick with us. I left her on the bus at the second to last stop of a bus route that I knew was guaranteed to stop at the terminal and booked it there. She was not alone for more than 4 minutes on the bus that had very few people on it, and I was confident she would get off at the stop, as is our usual. This was a last resort after me and my husband have had several talks about being safe in public and being responsible. My daughter, parents, sister's side. Oh, they're saying a different perspective, whatever. I left my young daughter on a bus by herself and did not tell her she was going to be alone. It was cruel to punish her by leaving. I should have resorted to other methods that did not involve me getting off the bus without her. Anything could have happened in the 4 minutes she was alone, and it was completely irresponsible to leave her. So, am I the asshole for leaving my 15-year-old daughter on the bus? No.
I don't think she's the asshole
No.
either.
Hey, your daughter is 15.
Like
you old enough to pay attention. Get up.
Like that's a big part of it. One, she's 15. She's old enough to be able to. Two, why would first off, I wouldn't let her get her own bus pass.
Right, you ain't pay. I'm not gonna waste my money.
You've already proven to me that you can't even handle sitting on the bus with us. So why would I give you your own, even if it is your own money, why would I give you that permission to do that when you've already proven that you can't even sit with us or at least be responsible enough to pay attention to where you're at? Because you're talking about, oh, anything could have happened in those 4 minutes. Anything could be happening with her deciding to go sit in the back of the bus. Right. You don't know. We still haven't found Diddy yet. So God knows what could have happened.
Right.
So
you're 15. Okay, you're on the bus.
Right.
Elementary school students know to look out for your stop. Like, oh, this is my neighborhood. Let me pay attention for the little bit. Even when I'm on the bus, when I was in school, I'm not paying attention. If I know I still got a good 10 minutes before we even get to my neighborhood, I'm not paying attention for them 10 minutes.
Right.
As soon as I see my neighborhood, oh, there's my neighborhood. Let me start getting my stuff together. Get ready to get out the bus. Pay attention.
Paying attention.
You not paying attention. That's on you. You deserve to get left on the bus.
Exactly.
My parents would have been left me on the bus.
I'm talking about my parents would have.
Hey, if I sit away from you, the minute I walk away from my parents, all right, you want to get left. That's what they're like. You want to get left.
Right. Because it's just like, I understand wanting to, at the age of 15, you want to get a little bit more freedom. You want to, okay, I get it. But at the same time, it's like, there are certain ways that you go about doing it.
Act like you want freedom. Act responsible.
And never going to admit this to my parents. Ever. But looking back, I understand why a lot of times I didn't get some of the things that I asked for because of the fact that in situations where I could have shown them I was responsible enough for the things that I was asking for later, I didn't do it.
Right.
So it's like, I get it. First off, the grandparents and the sisters, they need to shut up.
Right. They have nothing to do with their child.
Because what y'all not finna do is speak on something that's going on in my household.
That part.
I don't care if she did come to y'all and tell y'all about what's going on. Y'all not speaking about it to me. Y'all not coming to me and talking about something. Oh, well, you're an ass because why would you leave her on the bus?
15.
Anything?
She's 15. What you want me to do?
Hold her hand?
No.
Put her in a diaper? Carry her over my damn shoulder?
Baby leash? No. I'm not. No. She's 15 years old.
Listen.
She want to be grown. You want to be grown? Act like it.
And I would straight up tell her, I'd be like, this right here is helping prove to me that you, one, don't deserve a parking pass. And two, we might need to talk about cutting them hours on that job of yours since you.
Hey, we're going to talk about taking that phone.
Facts, I would too.
See, now the mom would have been an asshole if she wouldn't have booked it to the next stop.
Right.
The fact that she ran to the next stop to make sure her daughter got off the bus.
Right.
Shows you're not the asshole. Now, if she would have stayed at the house.
And we're just like, well, she'll get here when she gets.
Right, just sat outside. Then you're an asshole. But you booked it and made sure your dog was safe because you knew ain't no more stops in between there.
Right. Like,
ain't nothing gonna happen.
It's 4 minutes. Not like you can't even see the bus because she said that she literally ran 4 minutes to the stop.
Right.
So that leads me to believe that the stop from where her house is to the terminal is close enough that you can look and see it.
Or you can like run fast as hell. Or the mom was like really booking it.
Usain Bolt ass mama.
Hey, she made it there.
She did.
And was waiting on her daughter to get off that bus.
So she managed to run however far.
I want to know at what point in them 4 minutes did the daughter look up and see her mama wasn't there?
Because clearly she did at some point.
I'm thinking you got to that last stop and they're like, okay, last stop on the bus. You look up, you don't see your mom. You're like, oh shit. Why you ain't been look up?
Right.
Even if, okay, that's one thing. If you sitting in the back, you don't want to be by your parents, still look up every now and again, make sure they're still there.
Literally.
If that was me, I'm looking up, okay, in 5 minutes, all right, she's still there. Oh, she getting up, let me get up.
Literally.
You wasn't paying attention.
And this is because my dad used to drive the bus for the church. Well, he still does, but I'm talking about when I was younger.
Yeah.
Even though I knew like, oh, we're getting ready to get these people, we're going to the church. Every time we stopped and I heard those doors open, I looked up.
Right.
Every time. It doesn't matter what I was doing on my phone, who I was texting.
That's an inquisitive child thing, because I do that too. If I'm somewhere and doors open, I'm looking up who's getting on the bus, who's getting off the bus.
Right.
If them doors open, I need to see. That child is not observant. That's the thing. She's not observant. What if a snake got on the bus?
free advice that nobody asked for. Teach your children to be observant.
Yes.
Because then when they getting all scared and upset that you got off the bus without them, then you can't be blamed because it's just like, well,
you should have been paying attention.
Should have been paying attention.
That's all it comes down to. The child should have been paying attention.
Oh, facts.
That's her own fault.
Should have paid attention.
She didn't want to get off the bus.
Had she paid attention, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Wouldn't. But what do y'all think? Is the mama the asshole for leaving her 15-year-old daughter on the bus?
I say
for
no.
4 minutes.
I say no.
I agree. No, absolutely not.
But we're gonna leave it there. We are going to leave it there. We're gonna wrap up. Yeah. That has been episode 5. Episode 5.
5.
Episode 5.
5.
That's one of Gabby's favorite numbers. She loves the number 5.
It's a good number.
Anyway.
Hater.
Anyway, you can follow us at Drunk Text Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter /X, whichever one. I don't know, man. It literally.
I still have never heard anybody call it X.
That's fair.
I've never heard anyone call it X.
That's fair.
And that feels crazy because like you don't want a dead name.
Right.
You don't want to dead name the app.
That's literally what it is. Like, I don't want a dead name.
Right. You don't want a dead name, but like, who the fuck?
However, nobody, even the owner,
don't need it. If the owner,
like, why would you change it to X? I feel like they did that to try to stop porn. I feel like because
isn't there literally a porn site called like X?
Exactly. Like they tried to do that so that way people can't like. They're trying to like drive viewers away, drive them to Twitter.
Whatever. Anyway,
we're still working
Twitter
on.
X.
We're still working on getting a Discord and a Reddit. We are talking to people who we think might be good to be admins and moderators. So
yes.
Once we get it, we'll have our own question of the day. We'll have our own am I the asshole forum?
Right,
we might even, exactly. We might even do a Patreon soon, just so that way we can have a private Discord server just for y'all that are on the Patreon, maybe.
Extra perk.
But you can follow me at all the links down below. I have too many that are different names. I'm not going to try to name all of them. I do puns of the day on my TikTok. So if you want to go over there and follow me for that, you can. Where can the people find you, Miss Kristal?
They can find me everywhere at Kristal Deshan, KRISTAL DESHANE.
Except for TikTok, where she's thick and nuggets.
Thick and nugget. But if you look up Kristal Deshan, it'll still come up. But it's thick and nugget. I saw a video of a cat named Thick and Nugget. It was swimming.
Anyways, we've had a lot of great times, but I'm going to make sure I read this. Alcohol abuse is no laughing matter. If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. That number will also be down in the description. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, support through hotline counselors who are there to help speak about alcohol, drug, or family problems. We've said it on every episode before now. We want to make sure you remember that you are loved, you are appreciated, and we are so happy that you joined us right here on this couch for another episode of the Drunk Texting Podcast. We will see you all in the next one. Love you. Bye-bye.
Hashtag late to the dates. Don't be late to next Thursday's dates.